Hello there, everybody, and with my review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2003, we are at part 2 to the return to New York. So this episode's pretty straightforward. The Turtles are still looking for the Shredder in his gigantic building and encounter more enemies to go to that process. So the last episode, they encountered a mutant Shredders. One has 4 arms, one has crab-like arms, and one's like a mini version of Shredder. And even, I think Raph or Mikey jokes about Shredder wanting to mutate himself while the Turtles were away, which I thought was a good joke. But these mutant Shredders are tough, and they're able to almost outwit the Turtles until they're able to almost escape at the last second. But the mutant Shredders definitely look interesting. So sorry if the photos are blurry. It's the only photos I can find. But they definitely look creepy for sure, just like in the comic. I definitely like the 2012 version, like I said the last episode I reviewed. But there's definitely similarities between these two. You can just tell it's Shredder just playing around with mutants, even though we do learn about the twist of Shredder later in the show, which I'll get to in the future, but I'll just keep my hopes high. But the Turtles are able to fight off these mutant Shredders until they barely escape in an elevator, I'm pretty sure, and have to go through more layers of the tower, but they're also being tracked by Hun, and he feels the need to wanted to finish off the job for Shredder. But when they open the door, Donnie's able to get some comlinks from April to help them out what the next floor is going to be. But this is where they enter a room that's very different. It's a very foggy room and looks like an ancient Japanese temple. This is where we meet the Foot Mystics. I don't know if I mentioned them in the last review, but the Foot Mystics are basically elemental ninjas. One can breathe fire, the other can create bubbles of water, the other has wind, and they're just super tough dudes. And the way they look, you can just tell they're very samurai looking. Just the way they hold their weapons, they just looks awesome. And they even throw the Turtles off guard. The water one ends up trapping Raph in a bubble of water, and he actually almost drowns until Splinter makes the big move. When they accidentally lose the sword of Tengu, Splinter's able to use it, but the Turtles warn him not to because it's way too powerful, but Splinter does it anyway, and he's able to destroy all of them, and it causes a giant rubble to crash, causing Splinter to almost get killed. The Turtles actually think he died, but nah, he's fine. But his hands are injured, and he feels that only a true ninja master can wield the sword without the glove. But mainly the Turtles are making jokes throughout their battles, except for Leo, of course. And he even calls out Mikey, saying there's no time for jokes. But earlier, I forgot to mention, they had to go through various death traps. They almost got hit by a bunch of spikes, and that scene was intense, and even Raph was making jokes, and Splinter was criticizing him for, like, almost endangering them. It just shows how serious they are about taking out Shredder. It's just a wild scene for sure. But this is where we get the big cliffhanger. I don't have a photo for it, but this is where the Turtles end up in a room that's where they finally meet up with Shredder. And they almost thought they had to go through 20 more rooms just to get to Shredder. This is where they encounter the Foot Elites, who are all ready for battle. But when Shredder does show up, he is shocked to learn that the Turtles are back. And then Hun shows up, and this is where we get the return of Baxter Stockman. So Baxter is in his full body armor. He is ready to take out Shredder because he is tired of being the not really bodyguard, but like the pawn to Shredder. But Shredder's saying he's going to have his head for this, and even Baxter says, no, I'm going to have your head. And he is ready for battle. But it ends on a cliffhanger. So this episode was definitely really good. It's a very straightforward, action-packed episode where the turtles are learning to survive in the environments around them. They fight the various foot soldier elites. And it's just very entertaining to learn about in Shredder's entire lair. But the next episode, this is where the show gets really good. They have their big showdown with the Shredder, and that's where something big happens that I'll definitely reveal in my next review. So yeah, I don't think I got anything else to say. This episode's easily 10 out of 10. So yeah, what do you think of this episode? And I can't wait to talk about part 3. So anyway, thanks for watching, and Turtle Power.